have a surprising update on the troops deployed in Portland.
The time for early voting has come, and it may affect your taxes.
And find out about the exciting new grocery store coming to town. Stay with us.
Broadcasting live from the University of North Texas, this is NTTV News at Noon.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining NTTV News at Noon. I'm Taylor Reed.
And I'm Talia Munson.
Yesterday, a federal appeals court cleared the way for the Trump administration to move forward with deploying National Guard troops in Portland, Oregon. The three-judge panel said the administration is likely to succeed in its appeal of a lower court order that blocked the deployment. That earlier ruling extended a temporary restraining order preventing federal troops from entering the city. Oregon officials have pushed back against the deployment, saying the city has been unfairly portrayed as violent and unstable. The president has cited protests outside Portland's Immigration and Customs Enforcement facility as justification for sending in troops.
Demolition of the White House East Wing has started yesterday evening as President Donald Trump adds a 290,000 square foot ballroom. The East Wing historically was the domain of the First Lady. More with the story is CNN reporter Caitlin Collins.
Construction is now underway at the White House for President Trump's ballroom. He announced a few months ago that he was planning to build one at the White House. He's thought one belonged there ever since President Obama was actually in office. And now construction is underway, with pictures shown today of a partially demolished East Wing where they are putting this massive structure that the president is putting in place. It's actually bigger than he originally anticipated, and he's been quizzing people in recent days about just how large this new structure should be. The president has argued it's needed because there's not enough room to host people at the White House, and this is actually going to be triple the capacity of the East Room, where they currently hold a lot of events like state dinners at the White House. Now, the president said today that this is going to be part of also modernizing the East Wing, something he says needs to be brought up to date. It remains to be seen fully what that's going to look like, but you can see part of it being torn down in order to accommodate this massive new structure that the president is building. Something that the president reminded people of today is that this is being funded by private donations, not by taxpayer money, as it's expected to cost some $200 to $250 million to fully construct this new ballroom at the White House.
Last night, a campus-wide protest was held at the University of Texas in Austin, calling for the rejection of President Donald Trump's education proposal. Farrah Walton has the story.
Students are dictatorship. You know the environment of Austin, you know what we believe in.
University of Texas at Austin students marched across campus Monday evening.
We will not be sold to Trump.
Calling on university leaders to reject President Donald Trump's higher education compact.
I'd like to send a message to UT leaders that there are students that are absolutely not okay with this, and that we care about our programs here at UT.
UT confirms the Trump administration asked the university to sign on to a new set of rules in return for federal funding benefits. 8 other universities received the offer, including USC, Penn, and Brown University, who all rejected it.
It is anti-free speech, anti-affirmative action.
According to the Compact for Academic Excellence in Higher Education, changes include no longer considering race, gender, or nationality in admissions or hiring, capping international student enrollment, and requiring campuses to stay politically neutral.
We'd have to promise to shut down programs that are deemed as inefficient. The victims of this would be Black studies, gender studies, ethnic studies.
UT students say signing the compact would limit free speech and academic freedom.
Yeah, I'm asking UT leaders to listen to us, to recognize who is attending your school and who is paying thousands of dollars every year to get our education here.
CBS Austin reached out to UT Austin asking if the university plans on signing the compact and what that decision would mean for the future of academic freedom and campus governance. We received an email saying, quote, "We have no update on the compact's beyond Chairman Eltife's statement from October 2nd. In that statement, sent to the Texas Tribune, Eltife said the system was honored UT Austin was selected to be part of the Trump administration's proposal.
Do what you know is right and what your students want.
Do not sign! Do not sign! Do not sign!
My sweaters are on standby because, Taylor, I don't know if you've noticed, but it's starting to feel like fall outside now.
To an extent, I don't think we're in the clear just yet. More with this is our weather anchor, Samaj Bell. Samaj?
That's right. It is cooling down. It is definitely cooling down. Especially if you went outside earlier today, you definitely got that taste of fall. Take a look at current conditions right now. 74 degrees, feeling like 75 with a little bit of 5-mile-per-hour winds. Even though it's a bit sunny, it's still good weather, you guys. Now let's take a look at tonight's forecast. Take a look at this, guys. 71 degrees, feeling like 72, about 10-mile-per-hour winds. Overall, fall is coming, guys. Fall is coming. Let's take a look at tomorrow's forecast right now. Look at that, 73. We're going to be seeing some 70s, mid to late 70s. It's definitely going to be getting a little bit colder, maybe dipping a little bit into the 80s. That and your full weather and potential for wildfires, that and more coming up.
Thanks, Samaj. The ongoing government shutdown has reached 21 days with no end in sight. CNN reporter Amy Kiley has more with the story.
We need to end the shutdown.
At 21 days, the government shutdown is now tied for the second longest in U.S. history. Democrats say they want a funding bill that addresses Medicaid cuts and expiring Obamacare subsidies.
Tens of millions of Americans are about to experience dramatically increased premiums, copays, and deductibles.
Republicans say they won't discuss that until Democrats pass their funding bill with no changes.
What exactly is there to negotiate?
The shutdown ties 130 years ago when congressional Republicans gave up about half the Medicare cuts they wanted in return for a balanced budget.
Newt Gingrich shut down the government in 1995 because he wanted Clinton to cut Medicare. Clinton wouldn't do it.
We didn't let the fighting stop the negotiating. We also didn't let the negotiating stop the fighting.
The longest shutdown ever remains the one during President Donald Trump's first term. It holds the record of 35 days after Democrats refused to pay for a border wall.
Whatever it takes. I mean, we're going to have a wall.
He didn't get it. And when air traffic controllers started not showing up to work, the Republicans buckled on that.
Unions say this shutdown is hard on air traffic controllers, too. Pre-existing staff shortages have many working overtime now without pay.
You're allowing outside stress to work its way into the control room.
I'm Mimi Kiley reporting.
If the federal government shutdown continues, over 3.5 million Texans could see their food assistance program halted. The state began notifying SNAP recipients last Friday that their benefits will go away in November if the government doesn't open up by next Tuesday, October 28th. In Texas, that equates to over $6 million in food assistance. Out of those who are impacted, roughly 1.7 million are children. As the shutdown continues, both parties are continuing to place blame on the other.
Coming up, a GoFundMe page has led to the solving of an 8-year mystery.
And Sally Beauty has moved out, but the city of Denton is moving in. Find out more after the break.
Has this ever happened to you?
My bike!
My bike is gone.
Stolen bikes are an epidemic sweeping college campuses across America.
What am I supposed to do?
It's quite simple. The We Mean Green Fund has partnered with the UNT Police Department to offer free bike locks to any UNT student with a bike. Just show up with your bike in tow and ask.
Now I'll never lose my bike ever again.
Enough worrying. Get your bike lock today.
There's no harm in wanting to have fun while in college, but it's easy to lose track of how much you've had. Apps like Drink Control and Alkadroid can help keep track of your consumption and blood alcohol levels. If you or someone else does drink too much, the signs of alcohol poisoning are as follows: pale skin, vomiting, confusion, low body temperatures, irregular breathing, blacking out, and is hard to wake up or cannot be woken up.
Dude, are you okay? Hey, what's wrong? Wake up.
It's an exciting time of year, but it's important to be responsible. If you suspect someone is suffering from alcohol poisoning, get help immediately. You will not get in trouble for seeking help if you are underage. For more info and resources, go to UNT's Division of Student Affairs.
Welcome back. Denton ISD leaders have announced a new proposition, a 5-cent tax rate increase. Superintendent Susanna Obara and Deputy Superintendent Jeremy Thompson were clear about the intentions of the tax increase, and they said it's because the district has already, quote, pulled the other levers, end quote, to cut their expenses over 3 years of deficit budgets. 250 positions have been left open due to teachers and administrators either retiring or leaving the district, and they're still unfulfilled. If the proposition is denied, Obara says that it could result in the district eliminating or freezing another 250 full-time positions, as well as reducing enrichment programs and reducing positions for fine art directors and athletic coaches. Early voting is currently underway and ends October 31st. Election Day is November 4th. You can find your nearest polling place online at www.votedenton.gov.
Warner Brothers Discovery has confirmed that they are receiving buyout offers and they are considering options. Warner Bros. Officially put up their for sale sign and many companies are already interested, one notable buyer being Paramount Skydance. There are a few ways this could go down. The CNN parent company could break up the company as it sells, or they could sell the whole global media business. Paramount has their eyes set on the latter option and have already sent an offer which was rejected by Warner Bros. For being too low. We'll keep you updated on the deal.
A man has been arrested 8 years after an altercation with his neighbor in Phoenix turned deadly. CNN's Alexis Dominguez has the story.
It's faded out. It's been 8 years, but on the back it says, "In our hearts always and forever."
June 2017, a summer night in North Phoenix turned deadly. Detectives say 25-year-old Evan Paulos was with a neighbor when an argument spiraled into violence.
During this altercation, a fight broke out and the victim, Evan, was stabbed several times.
Detective Dominic Rostenberg says the suspect, Michael Arredondo, vanished.
We learned shortly after the incident occurred that he fled to California. He spent a short time there, eventually fled to Mexico, where we believe he's been staying for the last 8 years.
For Evan's sister, Avian Paulos, that meant 8 years of silence, 8 years of wondering why.
It's like being stuck in a room. It's black. You have no answers, nowhere to go, no nothing. It's just feeling empty.
Then last month, there were some answers when a message from a stranger came through, not to police, but through the family's GoFundMe page, created after Evan's death.
The people actually emailed my mom, and then my mom read it, and it was like literally 9 days later she told me about it, and then she's like, "I think this is a scam, I'm not sure."
The tip was real and reached Phoenix police.
We were able to coordinate that information to the United States Marshal Service, who were able to locate him and effect an arrest.
For Avian, justice brings relief.
It gives us a little bit of peace, but not bringing my brother back.
Still, she chooses to remember her brother as he lived, not how he was taken.
My brother, one of a kind, literally didn't anything he wanted, he would be there. He gave my brother a one-way ticket to heaven.
But the question that started it all still lingers.
We know the who, we know the where, we know the how, we just don't know the why.
The weather has definitely been getting chillier this week. I felt it this morning when I left my apartment.
Oh, me too. I'm already starting to bundle up.
I'm not too sure if it's quite the time for that though, but our weather anchor Samaj Bell can tell us more. Samaj?
That's right. Temperatures may be going down. However, after weeks without rain, grass and soil have been drying up, especially in central Texas. This heavily increases the chances of wildfires, especially in the central Texas region. Austin Mayor Kirk Watson and Travis County Judge Andy Brown discussed the wildfire response with officials, assuring the public that a response plan is in place. And also, remember folks, to avoid wildfires, do not throw cigarettes out the window. And if you're cooking outside, cook on the pavement. Don't use smokers in windy condition. Also clean those gutters out. And overall, folks, just be aware of your surroundings. Now, let's hop on to the full weather, shall we? Take a look at this, you guys. Look at this, look at this. This is just cool, beautiful weather. Look at this, you guys. Mid to low 70s across North Texas. Look, this morning, it was cool. It was about 50 degrees. I was shivering. Now let's take a look at the regional map here, you guys. 60 in Amarillo, guys. 60 in Amarillo. Beautiful day. You guys are lucky over in Amarillo, let me tell you. 87 in Houston, 78 in Austin, and 74 here in good old Denton. Now let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. Look at this, you guys. It's getting cool. I told you guys. So look, low set. Look, we got Thursday. I know 80, but look, it's gonna be probably the last 80s we're ever gonna be seeing. We got 78 on Friday, 68 next Tuesday. Gonna be partly cloudy as well. Fall is practically here, you guys. It's right around that corner. Anyways, with that, I'll turn it back to you guys over at the desk.
Thanks, Samaj. Denton County purchased the former home for the Sally Beauty headquarters 1 year ago now, and they have plans to make use of the empty building. The county has announced that they plan to move its civil court to the building located at 3001 Colorado Boulevard. The county considered a few options, including constructing an entirely new building or adding an expansion to an existing building. Both options would have been significantly more expensive. Sally Beauty is currently moving their operations to Plano, which gives the county enough time to put in work on the building. Precinct 2 Commissioner Kevin Falconer says they're hopeful they'll be able to start construction next year.
Well, Sally Beauty may be out, but something else is coming to town.
Oh, I heard, and I'm so excited, Taylor. Our anchor, Caleb Quinsonberry, tell us more. Caleb.
Thank y'all. I have some good news for you guys. Denton is finally getting its HEB, with construction set to start in June of 2026 and wrapping up in August of the following year. Dentonites will soon be able to enjoy their butter tortillas and fresh rolled sushi. After purchasing the property over 10 years ago, this 14-month project is estimated to cost around $30 million, which was made clear on October 13th by a filing with the Texas Department of Licensing and Registration. The specific amenities at this location are still unclear, but whether it's an in-store barbecue dining or a car wash, we are all eager to welcome one of the largest HEBs to our town. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Caleb. Your tuition could be increasing, but a vote is coming your way.
And the circus is coming to town. I mean, the internet. Stay with us.
Tired of seeing the same old city? You want to learn something and go overseas? Then study abroad with one of many UNT Study Abroad programs. You can find a Study Abroad office right here at Markey Hall, room 145.
My study abroad program left on me a great impression. We have a lot of different programs and it varies. We have faculty-led, affiliate, and exchange programs. When you're ready to leave for your study abroad program from UNT, you're gonna go through pre-departure orientation and modules so that you are prepared.
The power to turn the world into your classroom is right here at UNT with our study abroad programs. Take flight and take in charge of your education.
I use Flex to buy my favorite snacks.
I use Flex to get me through my mornings.
I use Flex at my favorite campus restaurants.
I love how Flex is a cashless payment method and it can be used at all campus dining venues. So, how do you use Flex?
What's up? Nothing much. I'm really bored. I feel like there's nothing to do.
Are you kidding? The MRTS picture show is happening.
The MRTS what?
Come with me.
Okay.
It's a series of free film screenings right here on campus. And there's free popcorn.
Nice. Thank you.
The original American Circus is turning to short-form content to get more exposure. The Ringling Bros have started putting out more circus-based content on YouTube in an attempt to boost popularity. The clips range anywhere from juggling tutorials to prank videos, trying to appeal to the younger generation and get them more involved with the big top. They plan to hit the road for a national tour in January, and tickets are now on sale. I know early voting started yesterday, but did you know that UNT is asking students to vote as well?
I actually did not know that, but our live shot anchor Majay Moore has the latest. Majay.
Thanks, guys. Well, as UNT football catches more heat, so is the need for more funding. UNT Student Senate is discussing a 4-step plan to raising university students' athletic tuition. Right now, the tuition is set at $17.85, but with this 4-step proposal, it will push the fee to $20 per credit semester hours by 2026 and 27, $21 by the end of 2028, $23 by the end of 2029, and then finally $25 per semester credit hours by 2030. Don't stress, 10% of the student body has to approve of these changes before they make it. UNT North Texas Athletic Director Jared Mosley says the additional funds will help with nutritional programs, sports medicine, as well as recruitment opportunities. It'll also help with pay for traveling fees within games 4 hours from the home center. Make sure to keep an eye out for the voting ballot, which is set to be out by the end of this year or by early next year. I'm Majay Moore with NTTV Noon News. That's all I have for y'all. Back to the studio.
Thanks, Majay. We'll keep you updated on what happens regarding the tax vote and funding for the UNT sports program.
We sure will. And speaking of sports, our sports anchor Christina is here to tell us all the latest. Christina.
Thanks, guys. Stay tuned after the break for a rundown over the Dallas Cowboys, the ALCS winner, and the Austin Grand Prix.
I wonder what's on the radio today. I don't know about this. This is not it.
Everything alternative, commercial free. 88.1 Indie.
Here at KNTU, we have 2 traditional stations, 88.1 Indie and KNTU Jazz. We've also recently launched an internet radio station called Mean Green Hits. If you want to hear more, you can check us out at medianorthtexas.com.
That was pretty good.
This Sunday, America's team took the win against the Washington Commanders 44-22 for the #2 spot in the NFC East Division. Dak Prescott threw for 264 yards and 3 touchdowns without any interceptions, with Jake Ferguson going for 2 touchdowns and Javonte Williams going for another. CeeDee Lamb made a great return from injury, gaining 5 catches for 110 yards as well as a touchdown. The defense showcased a more aggressive approach by incorporating increased man coverage and making crucial stops, including a pick-6 from Darren Bland and a forced fumble by rookie Shamar James. The Cowboys next face the Denver Broncos on Sunday the 26th. And last night was the end for the Seattle Mariners as the Toronto Blue Jays took on the ALCS Championship 3-4 in Game 7 of the series. It was a tough loss for Seattle as it could have potentially been their first World Series appearance, but they didn't go down without a fight. Josh Naylor went for an RBI single, bringing in Julio Rodriguez for their first run, with the Blue Jays following their lead, getting a run in from Dalton Varshaw's single in the bottom of the first. Rodriguez hit a solo homer in the third, with Cal Raleigh following suit in the fifth for their final run of the season. The bottom portion of the Blue Jays lineup came clutch in the bottom of the seventh with a walk from Barger, a single from Kenneth Falefa, and a sac bunt from Jimenez to advance the runners to second and third. This setup was perfect for George Springer as he hit a go-ahead 3-run homer to left field that reached 381 feet. It sent the home crowd roaring and their dugout losing their minds. From this win, they will face the Los Angeles Dodgers in the World Series with Game 1 starting on Friday, and we will see who will win and take it all. And lastly, the Austin Grand Prix was this weekend, and our lovely state of Texas hosted the United States Grand Prix in Austin at the Circuit of the Americas. Max Verstappen started on pole and kept that lead with every lap the entire race, with at one point keeping a 25-second gap between Lando Norris and the McLaren. It was a rough race for Carlos Sainz as he had to retire the car after collision with Kimi Antonelli, which resulted in a 5-place grid penalty for the Williams driver in the upcoming race. And Charles Leclerc, in what is undoubtedly one of the slowest cars on the track, had a wonderful performance defending against Lando Norris throughout the race and was only overtaken within the last few laps of the race. With Max Verstappen taking this win, he's continuing to catch up to the McLarens in the Drivers' Championship, with only 40 points behind Oscar Piastri. We will see how the battle will continue in the next race in Mexico.
Thanks, Christina. Christmas is coming early for some children in foster care in Arizona.
Thanks to a 5-year-old who was collecting toys and donations for his friends. We'll keep an eye out. Thanks for watching NTTV News at Noon.
Join us again tonight at 6 and tomorrow at noon here on North Texas Television.